Finland, a land of forests, frozen lakes, and endless summer light. A small country of just 5.6 million people. But here's the crazy part. Finland has around 3.5 million saunas. Yes, you heard that right. There are more saunas in Finland than cars. If you lined them all up, you'd basically have a sauna for every family, every group of friends, and maybe even a few spare ones for the neighbors. And the obsession runs deep. There are saunas in apartments, in cottages, in gyms, in ice hockey arenas, and even in the Finnish Parliament House, where politicians sweat side by side before making big decisions. There's even a Burger King in Helsinki where you can sit in a sauna while eating a Whopper. Try not to drop the fries on the hot stones. So, why? Why would a modern European country build so many little wooden hot boxes? Why do Finns care so much about sitting in 80 to 100 degrees Celsius until they're dripping with sweat? And what does all of this have to do with Finland being ranked the happiest country in the world year after year? To answer that, we need to go back in time. Because the Finnish sauna isn't just a place to relax, it was once a place of survival. Thousands of years ago, Finland was a harsh place to live. The winters were long, dark, and brutally cold, with temperatures dropping below -30 degrees Celsius. Houses were small and smoky. Hygiene was difficult. But then there was the sauna, a simple hut built of logs, with stones heated by fire. Pour water on the stones, and suddenly you had steam, heat, cleanliness, comfort. In a world where survival was a daily challenge, the sauna became the warmest, cleanest, and safest place in the village. It was more than just a bathhouse. It was where women gave birth, where the sick were treated, where the dead were washed before burial. The sauna was life itself. In fact, old Finnish wisdom said, "First you build the sauna, then the house." Because before you could live in Finland, you needed the sauna to stay alive. But it wasn't only about survival. The sauna also had a spiritual meaning. The steam that rises from the stones is called loili. It doesn't just mean steam, it translates to spirit or breath of life. For centuries, Finns believed the sauna had its own soul. It was a sacred space, a place where you could wash your body and cleanse your spirit. There were rules: no cursing, no lying, no fighting. The sauna was respected almost like a church. Except instead of stained glass windows, you had wooden benches, and instead of sermons, you had the sound of water sizzling on hot stones. Some might say the sauna was Finland's first therapy session, a place to sit quietly, to reflect, or to talk honestly with those around you. But what does sauna culture look like now? Well, it's everywhere, and sometimes it's pretty creative. There are sauna buses that drive around cities, floating saunas on lakes, even a sauna gondola on a ski lift in Lapland, and of course the infamous World Sauna Championships in Heinola. It was a competition to see who could survive the longest in 110-degree heat. Spoiler, it ended in tragedy in 2010, and the competition was banned. Turns out Finns love saunas so much that they'll even risk their lives in one. Then there's the ritual. A proper Finnish sauna session isn't just sitting in the heat, it's about contrast. You heat yourself up until you can't take it anymore. And then you sprint outside into the snow or dive straight into an icy lake. The shock is brutal. Your skin screams, your body tingles, and then suddenly you feel reborn. Some people even whip themselves with bundles of birch branches called vihta or vasta. It sounds strange, but it stimulates blood circulation and makes the skin tingle in the best way. And of course, there's the social side. Families gather in the sauna. Friends meet there to relax. And business deals? Forget the boardroom. In Finland, the real negotiations happen with nothing but steam, sweat, and towels. It's one of the only places where CEOs and students, politicians and workers all sit as equals. Now here's where it gets interesting. Every year, the United Nations publishes the World Happiness Report. And every year for the past 7 years, Finland has been ranked the happiest country on Earth. Why? Experts talk about strong education, healthcare, equality, and connection to nature. And that's all true. But many Finns will smile and say, half joking and half serious, it's because of the sauna. Think about it. Every week, sometimes every day, Finns get to step into a place that strips away stress, resets their mind, and connects them to family, friends, or simply themselves. It's not therapy you pay for by the hour. It's not a luxury vacation. It's built into everyday life. The sauna is a reset button. And maybe that's why, in a cold and challenging climate, Finns find warmth in more ways than one. So if you ever visit Finland, don't just look for the tourist attractions. Find a sauna, sit down, breathe in the steam. And you'll understand why, for Finns, the sauna isn't a luxury. It's life.